Located on a remote lake in the province of British Columbia lies one of the most impressive golf courses ever built in Canada. I've never had a golf experience like the one at Sagebrush, and here's what makes it unique. To start, the course is open to a maximum of 48 golfers per day. Each golfer pays one standard rate for an entire day of golf. The fee includes lunch, drinks, a golf cart, and unlimited access to the course. With only 47 other golfers around, pace of play is never an issue, and players are invited to replay holes, skip holes, or even take a break and do some fly fishing on the 13th hole. Given its remote location, most visitors begin their Sagebrush experience the night before with a stay at one of the property's boutique cottages. They are elegantly outfitted, extremely comfortable, and offer an incredible morning view of nothing but pure golf. Stretching over 7,400 yards from the tips, Sagebrush is the longest course in British Columbia, but its beauty and charm will guarantee an amazing golf experience for players of all abilities. These are some of the highlight holes from my recent round at Sagebrush. We'll start here at the par 5 opening hole. This plays 508 yards and is straight uphill. As you can see from my outfit, I'm actually wearing 3 layers. It's a cold and blistery morning, and this is going to be some very difficult scoring conditions. I managed to hit a good drive off the first, a very big cut, but it's in the center of the fairway and we're in position A. After hitting a layup, I'm just 40 yards short of the green, and this is where you're going to have to start being creative. The opening green has a very large slope, so I'm going to flight this ball a lot lower, use the slope, and hopefully allow this ball to roll back and give me a chance at making an opening birdie. I do exactly that and have an easy 4-footer for my opening birdie on the first hole. We roll that in with the beautiful Lake Nicola in the backdrop, and we're off to the second hole. The second hole just might be my favorite hole on the property. It's a 454-yard par 4 that goes straight downhill and offers your first of many blind tee shots. I'm playing with my good friend Greg. Let's watch Greg hit an absolute perfect drive here on the second hole, and he fades this left to right, and that's going to hit a speed slot and shoot straight down the center of the fairway, leaving him just a short approach shot in. I also managed to hit a great tee ball here, again, needing to move that ball left to right. Both Greg and I will be in position A on the second fairway. Take a look at this view from the golf cart as we're going down the fairway to search for our balls. This is the beautiful views, and this is what playing Sagebrush is like. Unparalleled views and just pure natural beauty on the golf course. Because it's exposed to the lake, there's usually a lot of high winds at Sagebrush, and this shot is very unique. I've got just 140 yards left, but I'm actually hitting a 7-iron here, and I'm aiming on the very left portion of the green. I'm going to have to flight this much lower, and basically I'm going to try to play that under the wind, and this is a skill set you definitely need at Sagebrush. The third hole is pretty straightforward, just over 415 yards. This is a dog leg left, and the best play here is to hit a nice draw, like I've managed to do here, avoid those bunkers there, and you're going to be in a great position to attack. And Greg and I had to take a 15-minute break as a massive rainstorm rolled in right after we finished this hole. Now, as I hit my approach shot on the 5th hole, the green is on the right portion of the screen, but in order to play this, what I have to do is actually hit a low punch shot to the left. This is actually in a perfect position. I hit it right on the top of that fairway, and that ball is going to roll all the way down left to right. Some of the best views come from the middle of your golf cart here. Again, this is Greg and I driving down, looking at the beautiful Lake Nicola here and trying to find our balls. Look at the slope here. You'd be hard-pressed to find a fairway with this amount of slope. And this is where my ball ended up. I had to play that ball well left, but I used the contours of the fairway and the green, and I found myself in a pretty good position here. Again, you can see this wind is howling here, but I've got a pretty straightforward chip. This comes out way too high and a little bit way too right, so we're going to have a long par putt. But remembering the positive vibes of that birdie putt on the first hole, I step up confidently and I manage to save my par here on the beautiful 5th hole. This is the 6th hole, which from the black tee plays 258 yards. Greg and I elected to play the blue hole here, and this is a comfortable 180 yards. This is straight downwind, and I actually hit a 9-iron here, believe it or not, and it was pin high. That's how much the wind is at play here at Sagebrush. The second par 5 comes at the 7th hole, stretching out to 588 yards. This is again another blind tee shot here, and your perfect line is directly at those houses. We managed to hit a good drive here. Camera's a little shaky as Greg's holding it for me, but we find the center of the fairway and we're in a good position on this par 5. This is the view from the 7th fairway. You can see that the green complex is, again, a huge downslope. And again, this is what makes Sagebrush so unique, the variety of different shots that you're going to have to play. Actually, I laid up off the tee. I have just a comfortable little pitch in here. I flighted this down low, and this is actually a really good pitch shot. Lands just in front of the green, and we're going to have about 15 feet left for our birdie. Feeling quite comfortable on these greens. That was a pretty good stroke. Just died out on the low side, but a tap-in par is always nice. We're going to jump to the 9th hole here, and this is a par 4. We're playing the blue tees on this particular hole. This is 382 yards, and this is one of the things that I like about Sagebrush. I actually don't make a good swing here, and I block this well right. I actually thought this was going to be in either a hazard or basically out of bounds. But luckily for me, the 9th hole is actually a double fairway. I've actually hit it into the adjacent fairway, so I've got a perfect lie, just 120 yards into the hole, and this is a great opportunity to hit a great wedge shot and be in a good position to make another good score. The 10th hole starts us off at the back 9. You can see the beautiful farms in the distance, and the wind is just howling here. This is a gorgeous par 3, playing 154 yards and a beautiful mountain setting in the backdrop. My aim here is actually to take it right over that big tree on the right and then let that wind push it back. We managed to do that, and we make an easy 2-putt par here on the 10th. Here we are in the 11th hole, a 416-yard par 4. Here's my buddy Greg getting ready to set up his shot, and I'm going to show you how to play this hole perfectly. I probably don't need to hit a driver here, but I decided to be aggressive, and I just wanted to hit a nice smooth driver, get us down into a good position. Managed to use a little body English and coax that right back into the center of the fairway. We found the center of the fairway here at the 11th, and this was my best iron shot of the day. I have just over 140 yards left. I'm actually going to be hitting a 9-iron here and allowing this ball to move right to left. You can notice that the ball is well above my feet, and whenever you do that, you need to make sure that you're working with the slope. Notice how far right I'm aiming, but because it's above my feet, that ball immediately takes off to the left. It actually comes out perfect, and I just have about 4 feet left for my birdie. Have to take advantage of these short birdie putts, and we managed to put a great stroke here and those 3 perfect shots to yield us a birdie at the 11th. Well, we found a very quiet spot here. This is the par 3 12th hole, just 92 yards, and we can start to hear some music down here. This is going to be our little halfway rest station here, barbecue. Some fishing. Every golf course needs a short par 3, and playing just over 100 yards, this is a fantastic one here on the 12th. 2 solid approach shots from Greg and I on the 12th hole that yielded 2 pars.
Go hard. Go.
So after a 100-yard par 3, we then come to the 13th hole, just under 300 yards. Has to be the signature hole here at the beautiful Sagebrush. Drivable par 4. This signature hole at Sagebrush is certainly the 13th hole, and Greg and I actually hit pretty similar tee shots here, both moving it left to right and finding that greenside bunker. Another gorgeous view of this golf cart ride coming down. You can see the little shack here on the left. You can do some fly fishing, and this is where also the golfers are invited to enjoy a little rest, have a barbecue lunch, and enjoy the beautiful views that is Sagebrush. Right off the 13th hole, we got the barbecue. Included in the experience is lunch. Canadian staple, these Muskoka chairs, some fly fishing here. There's some rainbow trout in this lake. Greg and I both hit the greenside bunker here. I unfortunately did not get up and down for my birdie, but I'm going to show you the perfect shot from Greg, who does go on to make that putt for his birdie. The par 5 14th is my favorite hole on the property, and again, another gorgeous view. As I'm preparing this shot, of course, my buddy Greg brought some awesome Cuban cigars for us to enjoy. Sagebrush is really the ultimate place for a boys trip. It's a great spot. Bring a group of guys out here, enjoy some cigars, some scotch, some beautiful golf. This is about as pure as golf can get. And I managed to hit a perfect fade off the tee, moving that ball left to right and finding the center of the fairway. Here's a fun view from the fairway as I'm hitting my 3rd shot into the par 5. Again, flighting this a little bit lower, trying to keep that down into the wind. This is just such a fun golf course to experience. We'll jump ahead to the 16th hole, which stretches over 600 yards. This is a demanding par 5. Again, another blind tee shot. You can see the aiming rock at the center of your screen. I managed to actually hit this in the rough. I didn't hit a good tee shot here, but let's jump ahead to Greg and show you what you can do when you're in position A. This is Greg from the center of the fairway. He's got about 250 yards left, and he's just hitting a 5-iron. As you can see, this is straight downhill, and he's hit a really good shot here. That's going to work out perfect for him. He's going to chase that basically right up to the front portion of the green. I've really been playing this cut all day and managed to hit another successful cut that finds the center of the fairway here on 17. Good ball. Another fun approach shot here. You're going to notice that I'm going to flight this ball a lot lower, and again, just play it low, play the cuts, and try to control these shots as you're coming into these greens. 18th hole is a short one, just 364 yards here. You're going to want to hit something like a 3-wood off the tee. Managed to hit a good one right down here, right at that white rock that's the aiming stick, and we're going to have another short approach in. Have just over 120 yards left. This is a nice, comfortable little gap wedge for me. Flight that lower, and we're going to have a good chance for a birdie to finish up. We have just a 4-footer left for our par on the 18th hole. We hit a good stroke here, right in the center of the cup. A fist bump to my buddy Greg. We have successfully completed an amazing round here at Sagebrush.
Awesome.
Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this inside look into Sagebrush. This is one of the most unique properties that I've had the chance of playing. And again, at Sagebrush, it's really all about the experience. Plan to arrive early, bring some good friends, maybe a cigar and some scotch, but enjoy your amazing day on the links that is Sagebrush. Everyone, my name is Cyrus Jansen. Thanks for watching today's video, and I look forward to sharing you more travels around the world and more golf courses that you can play.